Oh my goodness, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We can do better. I'm Patinator. The character is Valla. The map is Cursed Hollow. One of my favorite maps, but I get more into that in the game proper. We're gonna go with a Q build, mostly because it's Tracer Q this weekend, possibly until she is nerfed, or I'm pretty sure she's just gonna have lowered HP, but anyway, we're gonna go with a Q build, Hungering Arrow build. It's the classic. If you already know what that's all about, oh, by the way, here are the matchups. You can skip straight onto the gameplay using the timestamp in the description below, or the annotation in the lower left. To skip straight to the gameplay. For all of you who are sticking around, let's take a very quick look at their abilities. Valla, I believe, is one of the... I never played Dota or LoL, but I played Smite. And in Smite, if you played it, Valla is the raw. Perfectly... Not really... Okay, I want to say perfectly balanced, but the most balanced character in my opinion. Because she does a lot of things well, but other people are more specialized than her. And we're going with a Q build to punish tracers and anyone who dives in on us. And as you see from the matchups over there, we got a Tyrael, they got a Illidan, and they got the Tracer. Tracer, because of the way she plays, tends to be alone a lot, making her a prime target for that Hungering Arrow, which will follow her, or at least force a recall, which means it's either on 20 to 24 second cooldown. So she's going to have problems. Hungering Arrow, we're going to build around as fire an arrow that deals 167 damage, scaling to the first target hit, then seeks up to 2 additional enemies, dealing 84 damage, can hit an enemy multiple times. Unfortunately, this is not consistent. It does not auto-aim on heroes. It does not lock onto them. So you can hit a hero one time and then go after a dying minion in the next shot. So this is really best for objectives where you're isolated from the lane or from enemy or from neutral creep. Such as, well, Cursed Hollow, because you're going to be fighting around the objective a lot, and all of that is a team fight, and you're at least hurting other people. Multi-shot is her main wave clear, good for poking people, good for poking lanes. It is in a cone, vault, dash to a location, dash to a target area. It's her escape, and she needs that escape because she has as much HP as Nova, but none of the stealth. Hatred. Basic attacks grant a stack of hatred, up to 10 each hatred stack. Increases basic attack damage by 3% and movement speed by 1%. Good for escapes, good for chasing people down, good for damage. As a Valla, you want to be constantly moving, keep moving, because if you get hit, you're going to get hurt a lot. Make sure that you're aware. Also, yes, I did buy the Master Valla skin because I've always been... When I played Diablo 3, I was an M6 player. I liked the Marauder set. Well, way before its reworks, when your sentry traps were shooting your abilities, which would be interesting, but then she'd actually be more Gazlo-like in that respect. 2 heroics, strafe, spin around, spin to win, shoot people around you, and you can vault while strafing. It lasts 4 seconds. I picked this over Rain of Vengeance, the stun, 2 waves of Shadow Beast would deal 350 damage to enemies within the target area, because 1, it's less thinking for me, which is good because it's early in the morning. 2, it lets us close out fights and lets us deal damage while everything is on cooldown. So we can consistently keep applying damage. We don't have a lot of burst on the team, so here we are. Rain of Vengeance, good for control, but I was afraid of how mobile their heroes were. They could easily dodge it. Tracer can move out, Kharazim can teleport out, so can Tyrael, and Tracer is... Tracer, I know they have a 5th member, but that whoever it is eluding me right now. Okay, let's take a look at the talents. 2 options here at 1, cost-effective and Siphoning Arrow. The problem with cost-effective materials, which reduces the mana cost of Hungering Arrow, is that it's a mana efficiency talent. And while those are important in very niche cases, I feel that more often than not, these talents are a crutch there to let you spam your abilities, and that's not always going to be viable or even smart. It kind of, on some level, promotes poor play unless you're going for a very, very specific strategy, which is why I went with Siphoning Arrow. 50% of the damage dealt by Hungering Arrow is returned as health to Valla. More self-sustained because we have Kharazim, who's really more about the progressive heal, sustained heals, like heals over time by punching people in the face rather than burst heals. So this should keep us alive, which we need because we are Valla. Level 4, Puncturing Arrow increases targets of Hungering Arrow because now it can bounce 3 times and increases its range. More reach, which is great. In case you have it up while they're running away. So you can toss out that arrow, see who you get. Level 7. Not searing attacks. Repeating Arrow. The cooldown for Hungering Arrow is reset when Vault is used. So now you can use it as a kiting and chasing tool. So you shoot out your arrow, roll towards them, and shoot them again with the arrow if you're dueling, or shoot away just to keep them from following you, lower their health enough to make them think twice about chasing you down. Good utility tool. Level 10, we discussed the heroics. Level 13, I went with Frost Shot because not a lot of Magic damage on Lunara. Lunara is the 5th character. Not a lot of ability damage on him, so Spell Shield wasn't that nice. I didn't really want to stand and deliver because we'd lose out to an Illidan and a Tracer, so not really a fan of Tempered by Discipline in this matchup. Only Tyrael has high HP and enmity, making Giant Killer a poor choice, so I went with Frost Shot. Multi-Shot also slows by 40% for 2 seconds. It lets our team perform better, it lets us perform better, and prevents them from either engaging or running away. Level 16. Blood for Blood is a smart call, because you need the survivability, but I like Tumble, because Vault gains an additional charge, allowing it to be cast twice in quick succession, which is pretty sexy, which means you get 3 Hungering Arrows in a row. There is a delay between the first Vault and the second Vault. There's a mandatory cooldown. I believe it's like 1 or 2 seconds, so you can't just spam it immediately. So keep that in mind. Stone Skin, she has low health. I mean, it's still 30% extra health, but it doesn't have a lot of value on her as compared to, say, Stitches. I don't even remember if he has Stone Skin. Level 20, pick what you want. Honestly, both of the Storm for the safety, Nexus Frenzy for the extra AAs if you really need it, but I didn't really feel like that was the right way to go. Storm of Vengeance if you went with it and if you can reasonably land it, or people who are usually just sitting there like a Sergeant Hammer, you can really punish them with this. And Vengeance if you want Penetrating Bolts, although I have never gotten a lot of value out of it, but that might have been the way I used it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. I must admit, I am starting out on tilt. And this is probably a good time to focus on just not tilting, how we can function while we're angry. First of all, let us focus on the fundamentals. Let's focus on getting things done. Let's focus on not getting killed by that, by that Tyrael. That was a weird gank. I mean, not sure we could have gotten anything out of that, but it's nice to know that the option was there for everybody. We should probably also start starter stepping as our friends are doing. I think what are we gonna do? What's our focus right now? Making sure that anyone who dives on us, and they do have an Illidan and a Tracer. Of course they have a Tracer. That's like mandatory now. That's something that's just gonna happen. We are gonna focus them down with our Q. So we should save that for more meaningful engagements. Whenever they dive on us and we get a good angle on them, we're gonna use our Q and hurt them a lot. Sonya's getting pushed in up top, so we're gonna go help her out, see if we can get a nice gank. I'm pretty sure they're over here. Where's Tyrael? Not yet, not yet. Let her push. Well, it's a little early, but at least we pushed her out of the lane, kind of. Tracer's being ganked over mid, so I'm gonna float over there now. This is a 5-man we're facing, so I'm a little concerned that they're gonna be more coordinated than we are. So we have to push in every advantage, such as if we see if they are down, we should go after a boss. Even level 7, I think we can take it if Sonya is present. Illidan's on the way here, so we're going to save our Q for him. This will let us be more mana safe. No blinds in our team, I believe? No blinds in our team, so Illidan might have a good time today. Let's go help out top. Okay, actually Tracer can help out top. I'm going to stay over here and make sure that the lane is pushed in because the wave is about to arrive. Like right here. Right here. Don't make a liar out of me. There we go. Let's just focus on clearing the lane efficiently. What do we want to do? Wait for Tracer to come in, use the Q. Let the arrow handle it. When he's making me feel like a fool and then all I want to be is cool, we'll let the arrow handle it. Also, we shouldn't have multi-shotted there because that was pointless. Our Tracer and our Kharazim are rotating fairly efficiently. Azmodan versus Tracer is kind of an interesting matchup, isn't it? Mid is pushed in so we can safely rotate over to bot. Actually, it's really, really safe to rotate over to bot. I think they're taking something. Here, have a Q. That's alright. We just poked her out. Tracer's clear is fairly weak, so I'm going to go back up to mid. I don't believe I mentioned that already. I don't know why I went up. Maybe it's because I'm trying to quit smoking and I haven't found my vape yet. Because I read up on it and I didn't understand it in any way, shape, or form. Okay, Tribute is coming up. So probably a good time to check on what their Kharazim built. Kharazim built Insight! Starting to feel a little good about this game. Kharazim built Insight and then went for Healing Ward. That's certainly something he can do. Goodbye, Illidan. Thanks. Oh, Hungering Arrow did not track him appropriately. I'm gonna tag this. No. Let's take a look. And he is... Tyrael is a little too far ahead of his team. Let's toss out the Q. Let's see if we can punish you. We don't have our second Q yet, so that's why we couldn't close and kill. He didn't pick heal. He picked... Oh, let's not explode. Ooh, we have a really aggressive... there we go, that's a Tracer. You know what? Let's not kill Tracer. Let's kill somebody else. If we have the opportunity to kill Tracer, to ruin her day, as it were, we'll do it. But otherwise, we'll just do our thing. If the monk was low and didn't pick any form of real healing whatsoever. Now I feel like I'm not earning the win. I feel like we won just because he picked Insight, which is fundamentally worse than even damage and even Iron Fists. Because he also picked something that didn't really need to heal. I mean, I always have that problem with mana management talents. It always feels like they're a crutch for poor play, and you're better off learning how to time your retreats, when you should spend. If you're planning on backing in the next 10 seconds, maybe you should unload all your abilities and regenerate and regen from there. We're far away. We have a level up on the enemy team, and now we have repeating arrows, so now we can chase people down. So we don't want to flip before we get our Q. Hey, it's a Tracer. Let him dive. Let her dive. Let her dive. Hey, it's a monk. Our monk is alone. Our monk is gonna get yanked. Our monk is... Teleport to me, teleport to me. No? Alright. That was weird. I guess he just decided to walk away. I guess we're doing this. Okay. I actually wanted to use the Q first, but I panicked. And that's the price of our panic. We couldn't really shred down the Illidan, but that still worked out at least. Monk is here, I think? They're also down one. Launch that Q. Launch that Q. See if we can get that deer for you. Rhymes are not my forte. I don't know. And we're dash in, toss out the Hungering Arrow, and get that kill. A very smooth match so far, as opposed to how my previous matches have gone. I feel like, you've probably experienced this before, but have you felt like you personally were playing well? Not even like, oh, I got the biggest numbers and stuff. No, you were just playing well. You were hitting all your shots. You were dodging. You were bobbing and weaving, making people feel like fools, and then somebody gets mad because you didn't follow their ping or didn't follow their advice. And you know what? I don't know if they were wrong or not. I don't know if, honestly, without getting really deep into it, I don't know if what they did was the smart call or what they were recommending was the smart call. It's just that I disagreed with it and I didn't want to do it. Neither did the rest of the team, mind you. And they just started committing suicide. Actually, I've never seen someone die like once per minute that wasn't a murky. And we can probably do this. Sonya is still on the way. We have a level advantage. We just have to stall until Sonya gets here, I think. Yeah, everybody's just waiting in that gank bush. And Illidan's not gonna dive. This is an okay punish. I think we got our Hungering Arrow on him. I think. Cooldowns are down, so we can't really aggress on this. I'm just gonna walk over there and poke him. And you, saving our Q. We did not save our Q appropriately. You know what? Let's kill you. Because you picked Healing Ward and you only had one person with a lot of HP. Strafe? She's over here. Hello. I did not actually pick Strafe. It only looked like I picked Strafe. Tracer should be coming in right behind us right over here. If she's very aggressive or if she has Recall up. You know what I suggest? I suggest we... Well, that was unnecessary. You want to do this, Sonya? Because we can do this. I love Cursed Hollow. It's like the closest thing to classic MOBA. Come on, get out of here. Classic MOBA strats. And it's not like, oh, classic MOBAs are the best. You have no heal. You will die soon. Why did Sonya leave? Sonya left the circle and I needed to get it before the monk did. We got punished for that, but that's okay. How are we doing so far? 2 kills, 10 assists. We've been present at all the kills except that one. Well, that was kind of a shame. You didn't need to die to that one. Yeah, I was mentioning that Cursed Hollow is my favorite because of the structure inherent in it. And it's one of the maps I can actually understand. Because I get it. I get when to rotate. I think, like Valla, it is one of the purest expressions of what HOTS is all about. There's an objective, there are lanes, there's timings, those are present in other ones, but the other ones are kind of kooky as compared to what we have here. And Valla is one of the most well-balanced characters in the game. When they changed their multi-shot, when they weakened it a little bit, it still kind of worked out pretty well. Frost Shot might be good. Let us escape, control more. We don't really have a big old tank. So maybe Frost Shot. Yeah, we don't really have a big caster. Gonna use the Q to shred this down faster. They are looking at us funny, which is kind of a concern. Yeah, just slow. The slow and BW should work. Well, now we're thinking about it. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a wild Illidan diving in right at this moment. What do you know? Another Q, and that's a dead U. Let's go poke down that tracer. What are we shooting? What are we shooting over there? Let's go clear mid. The boss, we could actually support the boss here, or we can grab our own boss and have him knocking on the corridor. Haha. These are the jokes. Azmodan can jungle? I mean, I had some idea that he can jungle, but I didn't know. Yeah, everybody has the same idea. I'm gonna wait for Sonya to go first. You got it, Sony. Or your similar but legally distinct sister company, quote-unquote sister company, rather. Sorny! Yeah, we've got this. We should probably push with this. Right now, we kind of wasted bot boss, but I think that's more of a defensive call to make sure that they don't get it while we're not looking. Azmodan can jungle. I always had trouble jungling with Azmodan. Like, I never could make it work. Maybe because of the, demon AI, because look at that guy. Like, I'm lost, help me, master. You'll be fine. Oh, we didn't actually mount up. Now this suddenly became a great engagement. Not yet, not yet. Now. And spin to win, press that W, get that slow. Their guy did not pick heals. I don't care if they get the tribute, because we're gonna trade a fort for it. Q? Spin. Oh, beautiful timing, beautiful timing. That actually made us, that actually hurt a lot. At least we got that guy. Hey, it's an Illidan. Hey, it was an Illidan. Hey, that was a Tracer. Goodbye, Tracer. Now I'm gonna look at this, because I don't really want to spend all my time tracing a Karazhan that picked the mana talent. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pick different talents. I'm saying that sometimes, in very specific instances, some talents functionally do not work. Yeah, we should go. Like, this is not necessary. I don't think we'll get a lot of value out of this. Karazhan totally on the ball, kind of monkish that way. She's just trying to get her, fury on. What was that? We don't have a Falstad. I saw a Falstad flying. Or is that just a bird? It's just a bird. He wants to fly away. Gonna cover the retreat. Not really gonna go in on this. And I'm actually gonna back. We do have some mana for a short engagement, but I don't think it's gonna be all about that short engagement. Also, look at how beautifully blue the map is. Isn't that pleasant? Isn't that amazing? Or that kind of color unity? And okay, that's not a race thing. Don't make it a race thing. It's just that, look, we're the blue team. If I were blue, if I were green, I would die. If I were red, I would die. If I were green, I would die. Nice dunk. Dubious, but we're here. Now we got the timing down. And press that Z. Tracer still can't ride a horse. That's fine. Tracer priority wants us to go first. Azmodan can safely dunk and delay it from there, which is kind of neat. But our team isn't going there. Like, we're totally not going there. Wow, Azmodan is just being a huge old asshole. I said hassle, not asshole. Book. Wow, I should not have gone there, I think. I think I just had a brain fart. Like, we shouldn't have been there. Nah, let's hang out with Azmodan. He seems like a cool fella who knows what's up. Let's clear that lane. Here, have a Q. God, you don't have the heals to support this. See, there's the problem with mana-based talents. Like, it's nice you have the mana, but and then what? Sanctification going down. Let's be careful about that. Toss out the Q, time it properly with the Illidan. Let's see if we can punish this Tracer. Toss out the Q. It hit the wall. It hit the bloody wall. Like, that's incredible. That is the best Hungering Arrow ever. Like, I could hit a hero, or I could hit a wall. Maybe because I misaimed it. That's probably it. Okie dokie. I think the match will be done by the time I get there, which is kind of a comfortable place to be as a whole. Look at our giant team. Half of their team was bad in any way because I was actually afraid of the Tyrael Karazim dive. Tyrael Karazim Illidan dive along with the sustained damage from Lunar to close out the fight. But then he picked Transcendence. He picked Insight. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe to the Dark Fluffy Cloud channel so you don't miss a thing. I am Patinator. I will see you later.